Hello everyone, and thank you so much for going down memory lane with me. Let me start off by saying that these stories that you're going to be hearing will be anywhere between the course of 1979 to 1999. You may get a date, you may not. I'm very vivid with remembrance of things, but sometimes the dates get a little shaky. Very rare, but sometimes they do. I want to explain to you a lot of things, but I think the story that I'll head off right now is just kind of some random things. I can remember going some of the things that's happened to me that it's just been. I don't think they've ever happened to anybody else. You know, kind of like America's Funniest Home Videos thing, and nobody had a camera, you know, to kind of turn in and get us $10,000, you know, and or whatever it was there. I think it was 10 grand. But anyway, I can remember going sled riding over at a place in Maslin, Ohio. Of course, all these things will take place that I speak of in Maslin, Ohio, unless otherwise noted. I can remember taking going sled riding at a park in Maslin. There's many parks in Maslin. This particular park here was called Oak Knoll Park. And I can remember going to sled ride at Oak Knoll Park, and I can remember this going there with my cousin Sean and me, and I believe it was my cousin John Huffman. We all, you know, there may be a few more of us, but we all went sled riding. But this particular person that went with us, his name was Jason Parsons. We used to call him Pilly Pad Parsons. Well, Jason decided that he was going to go down the sled, or on a sled, head first, and he decided he was going to go down the hill head first. Well, there was a merry-go-round, you know, a little merry-go-round in the there, and he went down and didn't watch where he was going. He hit his head first into the merry-go-round, dinged his head. That was hilarious. That was funny. I can remember my cousin Ronnie. Now my cousin Ronnie, Ronnie was 4 foot. He was 90 pounds. Ronnie was pretty stout. Later on in the course of Ronnie's life, before he had passed away, he was known to many in the Stark County and surrounding county area. Stark County, of course, being where Maslin is, but in the surrounding county areas, like around the Akron, Canton, Cleveland area, and Maslin area, he was known to many as Fidge. Ronnie done some things over the course of his life that it was just funny. And one of the ones was there at sled riding down at Oak Knoll Park on a hill called Dr. Death. Now, Dr. Death was a hill that went straight down, had a couple humps in between. There, some huge humps. Ronnie decided to go down Dr. Death, and he went down and rolled halfway down the hill. Like Ronnie just about looked like he about broke his neck at one point, but Ronnie rolled down the hill there. And then me, of course, I get to me, having these, going to Sippo Park. It was another park that we went to. And we went to Sippo Park, and I can remember going down Sippo Park on my cousin Sean's sled, plastic sled. Yeah, one of the plastic sled deals. And I went down the hill. I went across there, the little parking lot, because Sippo Park had a little, or down the road area, I should say, had a little road area that kind of winded around the park, you know, like a big old turnaround there, just kind of did a circle, if you will. I remember going down the hill, going through the road, going over the embankment, and into the water. They said all you saw was the tassel of my toboggan hat and the water splash up as I went into the little creek. Another thing that stands out to me is me going ice skating over at the reservoir. Now the reservoir had a sign posted that said "No ice skating," you know, or dangerous ice or something, no ice skating, something like that. Well, everybody decided, you know, everybody was doing it, you know, and my cousin John and my cousin John Upman and everybody, they're skating on the ice. I think it's funny. Well, me, I decided, you know, to kind of glide over by the waterfall that there was. And I'm over by the waterfall, and the next thing you know, I hear and the ice breaks, and here I am. I can't swim. I'm doggy paddling, trying to get out. Cousins and everybody there is basically laughing their freaking head off, their ass off. They're just laughing like crazy, you know, and they're like, "Oh man," you know, they think it's hilarious. I finally get out onto the finally get up onto the ice, thinking, "Okay, this is gonna save me." Well, no, it didn't. I ended up going back in it again. Almost went over the freaking waterfall there, and finally I was able to get out, and I didn't hear the end of it after that. I was just getting, they were just kind of laughing, and they were teasing me about it. And the last thing I'm going to speak of that's happened to me over the course of time, my cousin John Huffman, cousin John Swisher, we used to call him the Swish Man. It was my cousin John Huffman, my cousin Sean against my cousin John Swisher, or Swish Man, against me. Sean and John Huffman against me and the Swish Man. And we were playing football out in the back of Sean's yard there. And we had ball on the tee, me and the Swish Man, who was going to kick it off. Said this kick is sponsored by Budweiser, the king of beers. We went to kick the ball off, or he went to kick the ball off the tee. We both fell in a chuck hole and went down. That was just one of the premier things. Now this here may be just a little bit weird and off the wall, but like I said, some of these stories be off the wall, some of them they won't. I hope you have enjoyed this little segment, the first installment of Going Down Memory Lane. Next week, you must tune in next week, because next week I will tell you about the story behind the phrase "courtesy of Bob," and I will also tell you the story of the night, or of the nights at Speedy Foods. Thank you so much for going down memory lane with me. I'll catch you next week.